Hello, my beautiful friends. Thank you for joining us today. I'm so excited to have the incomparable, epic Morgan Field on the screen with us today. Hello, Morgan.
Hi.
I am Jennifer Canapi, and before we start talking about the event in Calgary, Alberta on November 18th, I just want to say how totally transformative it has been for me and how grateful I am to have worked with Morgan personally over the last couple of months. It has been totally epic and so life-changing. So thank you, Morgan. And I really want to express why I planned the event in Calgary. You know, I have been so blessed to have been traveling to live personal development type events over the last year, and to experience that growth and that transformation and learning something new, something that you can apply to life or business or relationships or whatever it might be, has been so transformative for me. So what I really feel strongly about bringing epic people like Morgan to Calgary is that people locally can experience that same opportunity, right? They can experience that growth without having to buy the expensive plane ticket. They don't have to get hotel rooms for the weekend, and they don't have to spend who knows amount of money on these tickets to go to these live events. So I am extremely grateful that Morgan has said she will come to Calgary in November. So let's get to it. And I'm going to ask Morgan a few questions. So let's start with, obviously, tell us a little bit about you and how you got into the life coaching space.
Yeah, so it's similar actually to what you went through, as far as I feel like there's this moment of awakening that happens for us where, and we were just talking about this, where it's like this whisper that happens where you're like, there's got to be more to life than this. And then it gets louder and louder and louder. And there's such curiosity about what I would actually want to create for a life beyond my wildest dreams. And I have gone from a hot mess to greatness. If you read the book, so the book's an Amazon #1 bestseller, right? So if you read Epic Sexy You, you'll actually see the journey of how I went from really a lot of numbing in life and a lot of people pleasing and living life on the terms of everyone else, and or living a life of what's reality, which is like, reality is such a killer of dreams, you know? And I stepped into, and I'm like, if you go to Epic Sexy You and if you check out what is actually created, I've created a life beyond my wildest dreams. Like, I pinch myself every day. I get to work with people like you. I have an army of light workers that are just, these individuals are leaving epic imprints of light and love on the world. You know, I have live retreats. I get to travel. I get paid to travel the world. I get paid to like play and be in a space where I help other people really learn how to be unapologetically themselves. And that's why I said yes to this event. And I'm really excited to help invite people in to actually experience exploring that question of, there's got to be more life than this. And also to walk away knowing that they have the power to actually create what it is that they want. And not, what I watch a lot of people do is like count themselves out before they're even in it, you know? And so like, we're going to explore it, we're going to break it apart, and we're going to really help people unleash their own power and possibility of living a life that is something that just excites them and delights them to get out of bed. And I know that where I started on my journey was like snoozing a million times and a lot of life of have-tos and shoulds, to I literally jump out of bed almost every morning. Not every morning, right? If I'm tired, I might, you know, lay in bed. I don't have anywhere to go. But I have so much energy and passion for life and what I'm doing that I get at it all day, every day. And sometimes I have to be pulled away from what I'm doing, you know, to go do, to like take a break, you know, because I just love it so much. So that's what, that's my journey. And it's what I really help other people create for themselves as well.
Yeah. So speaking of, you do like a phenomenal job of helping people and letting other people create that same growth for themselves that you've experienced. And I've learned that you have a very unique gift. So can you tell us a little bit more about why your coaching style is so different?
Yeah. And I love this question because I feel like there's so many people out there that we could potentially work with. And it's so important to find someone who's totally your jam. And my coaching style, and this was actually part of me stepping into my full power and being unapologetically me, is I'm an intuitive. And my entire life, I've had visions, I've had messages that have come through, and just like a really deep connection with a deep soul wisdom that is like this divine guidance. And it is so powerful. And what's really interesting is at one point early on in my journey, I didn't use it in coaching because I felt like I was telling people what their path was. And I felt like that, you know, I love when people create their own path. And I actually had someone who is an intuitive do a session with me, and they were like, oh my gosh, you're like robbing people of the messages that are trying to come through. So what's really cool, and you'll see it at the event, is I'll know things about someone that, how the hell could I know it? Because I don't know them. And also sometimes it's things they don't even know about themselves, right? And it's the beauty and the power of transformation is oftentimes when someone can authentically see us for who we really are, even in the moments maybe where we can't see ourselves. Like I feel like we all have awesomeness amnesia, you know? And so it's like when someone can see what your destiny is and your soul purpose and what you came here to do and why you're here and what it's all about, like, sometimes if we can't see it in ourselves, when someone else sees it in us, it gives us a gateway and a window to be able to see it, even if it's just a glimpse and a light at the end of that tunnel. So I'm really excited to come play with your people and just like work the room of energy and just like give them messages and just play and explore with whatever comes through. And it's always a surprise to me. So it's pretty cool.
I love that you brought up the deep connection, because we met so serendipitously a few months ago. And when we started working together, it was like instantaneously, I felt like you knew who I was. You knew what my jam was. You knew what I was about. So I'm so excited for people to experience that with you. So tell me more about, like, what can the ladies or people that come expect?
Yeah. So the people who are coming in, right, it's really important that you already have, even if it's like an inch of curiosity about what life would be like if you were chasing your dreams, and or you have that pull towards that whisper that I said I had earlier, right? Which that's the beginning of awakening for a lot of people. And is this whole, there's got to be more to life than this. And I'm like crazy living my dreams, and I still am like, there's more, you know? So it's a different energy. Like sometimes it's like, I think there's more to life than this. And then there are the people who are like, oh, there's more to life than this. So wherever you fall on the spectrum, as long as there's that whisper, where a lot of times too, we actually know what we want, or we think we know what we want, but we're not creating the action to, or we're not taking the action to create it. And so what women can expect is for us to play with that while we're there, and to really start creating the energy of action, because you can dream all you want. I mean, it's kind of, people make fun of it all the time, The Secret or the law of attraction, where it's like, I am envisioning and I do nothing, but I'm going to envision and it's going to be great and it just is going to happen. And it's like, no. We have to have the courage. And courage is something we condition ourselves to. It's not something we just, again, I'm manifesting courage. You know, it's like our dreams don't work if we don't work, right? And yet if we knew what we were or were not doing that was getting in our way, I genuinely believe that we would create the action, right? And so this is about exploring what's got you stuck, and then let's unstick it and let's really get you to that next level of creating a life beyond your wildest dreams. And or I mean, whether like for some people, and that means different things for each person. For some people it may be they know that there's a different level in their profession they want to go to, or maybe a different profession they want to go to. For some people, it may be a type of relationship they want to experience. For some people, it may be their body. Like dreams are different for all of us. And so walking away with tangible pieces that will allow you to unlock that next level. And to me, it's like when I go to these events, and for some events, I mean, this is why I think it's awesome what you're doing, because it's such a small amount of an investment, where like a retreat of mine could be 7,000, retreats I've attended of other people, 7,000, 10,000, 15,000. It's crazy, right? And so it's allowing people what happens at every event I go to is if I walk away with one new puzzle piece or one aha, it's a game changer, even if you don't know it in the moment. It may take you a year to realize like that moment changed my life. And that is what an event like this is about, is you get to come and you get to experience it. You get to dance in it. You get to explore. We're also going to have fun. If you haven't noticed, I've got a lot of energy, you know, Jennifer's going to bring her sparkle, you know, so it's like, we're going to have a ton of fun also. And I think that's a piece in the journey where a lot of times we feel like, sometimes we put our serious pants on with growth, you know, and like I'm guilty of it, you know, and it's like, it doesn't have to be so serious. We can have fun and we can play and we can actually cultivate an energy that is something that is enjoyable as we chase our dreams. So for my fellow dream chasers out there, people who like know there's got to be more to life than wherever they're at. Even if you're really thriving already, it's like, it's time for that next level. And that's what we're going to be playing with.
Yeah. And I love that your energy comes through, and you like, I can feel through the computer that you genuinely want to see the people grow at the event or discover something new about themselves. So I love that we can feel that even in your video. So I can't even imagine how powerful that's going to be live in person. Okay, so tickets are available on Eventbrite, or you can catch them on my Facebook page, which is www.facebook.com/liveradicallynow. The event is on November 18th, 2017, and it will be at Mount Royal University in Calgary, Alberta. Thank you so much for doing this video, Morgan. You are totally amazing, phenomenal. I love you. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, awesome. I'm excited to meet everyone, and I'm even flying from my pool, my house with my pool, all the way up to come see you guys during some cold winter. So bring me some lovin', ladies. So yeah, I'm excited. And yeah, I'll see you guys there. Bye.